Hello friends, I'm Eric Ree from the American Wake, and I'm here in beautiful El Dorado Park in the city of Long Beach, and I'm out for a run. And it was about 2 years ago that I was out running in about this very same spot in El Dorado Park. And about 2 years ago, me and my bandmates were looking to write a new CD, write some songs and record them, of course. And we were having a little rough time doing that because we were all into old-time country at the time, and we still are. But old-time country like Hank Williams stuff, like from the 40s, but also the new artists that are doing it nowadays, like Hank Williams III and Wayne Hancock and Old Crow Medicine Show and Devil Makes Three and bands like that. And we were having a hard time writing Irish songs for an Irish music band that plays in Irish pubs, and we knew that just wasn't going to work. So I was running through this park and I had the idea, well, since we're so into old-time country and whatnot, why don't I write a country song about the relationship between old-time country music and old Irish folk music, and most European folk music for that matter, and how, you know, rock and roll and pop music and all the different forms that it's taken over the last 30-40 years all descend from old-time rock and roll and descend from country and bluegrass and folk music, and it all really centers in the capital, Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. But then how it goes beyond that, and then it struck me as I was running through this park, it struck me, I'm going to write a song about this, and I'm going to call it Beyond Nashville. And then I also thought about how I grew up with the knowledge of this, but didn't really acknowledge it, because when you're a kid, you're into rock and roll. You're not into country, that's square. You know, you're a geek, you're the dork of the crowd or whatever if you're not into rock and roll. If you're listening to your dad's country music, no good. So I knew all this, but didn't acknowledge it until I got into my early 20s and sort of grew up a little bit and learned to appreciate all sorts of music. And I really learned to appreciate it thanks to a dear, sweet old woman from Burbank, California, who used to sit in her chair and listen to a radio show on KIEV Los Angeles called the Irish Hour. She would listen to Irish folk music, new Irish folk music from young guys that were playing it now locally in bars, and old Irish folk music from Ireland and from, you know, 100, 200 years ago. And I learned to appreciate it. Really cool stuff. So I made the chorus of Beyond Nashville about this dear, sweet lady who listened to the Irish Hour. So the chorus is about her. And then I didn't write the song for a good year and a half. Right before St. Patrick's Day 2017, I sat down in my music room, I wrote the song, I recorded myself playing it, I sent it to Frank. Frank listened to it and said, awesome, this is going on the CD, on our new recordings and whatnot. So we presented it to the other three band members and said, work your magic, turn this thing into a great song. And they did, because they're amazing musicians. And so this is it. Beyond Nashville. Hope you enjoy this.
It always rocked, sometimes it rolled. I always knew it didn't just walk right through the door. It came from somewhere not too far away, from the pure and simple strings they used to play among the hills down by the holler. Thought I knew it well, I would have bet my bottom dollar that there was more. Roots were deeper, may have never known if I had never met her. With a radio dial and a beautiful smile, she took her herself back home. She invited us in to hear the way it had been so long ago. Upon the wind, over the hill, across the water, beyond Nashville. Radio said, go and see what I tell the young ones at the bar, play it well, the way that it was before it came here, with familiar themes like girls and whiskey and beer. I began to learn old can be new, the incredible things that roots can grow into. Don't know it all, but now I know better. I may have never known if I had never met her. With a radio dial and a beautiful smile, she took herself back home. She invited us in to hear the way it had been so long ago. On the wind, over the hill, across the water, beyond Nashville. On the wind, over the hill, across the water, beyond Nashville.